Shiny Pokémon! Some people spend days of their free time hunting these alternate coloured critters, while others aren't too enamoured by them. Hi, I'm Pigeon, and in this video I'm going to talk about why shiny Pokémon were created. While there are many things to enjoy about Pokémon games, shiny hunting is one of the more popular ways to explore and play the game. Finding those elusive shiny Pokémon in the earlier generations especially was a real challenge, and felt very rewarding when you found one. Like this Pokemon, this is Swalot. This is my shiny Swalot that I found as a shiny Gulpin all the way back in the original Sapphire. Now it's a Pokemon that's very special to my heart, being the only shiny I found in any game up until Sword and Shield came out, excluding Pokemon Go. So that was a very long time I went without a shiny, from Sapphire all the way up to Sword and Shield. Shiny hunting has undergone many changes since it was first added into the series, with titles integrating new mechanics that allow players to hunt these different coloured Pokemon more easily. However, some people might be surprised to learn just how long shiny Pokemon have been a part of the franchise. Before we get into the history of Pokemon, smack that like button and subscribe for increased shiny odds in your next hunt. The first shiny Pokemon were found in Generation 2's Gold and Silver. Although your Generation 1 Pokemon could become shiny if they had the right values and then were traded into a Gen 2 game, even doing this was a massive task and required a lot of luck. Finding a shiny Pokemon in the Johto region wasn't easy though, as there weren't specific methods to help players encounter them in the wild. Generation 2 relied on random encounters, which means you had a 1 in 8,192 chance to find a shiny. Players would have to run in the grass, caves or other areas where they could find wild Pokemon and repeatedly engage in random encounters, with no way to increase the odds of a Pokemon being shiny. But why were shiny Pokemon introduced? Well, there's no real concrete evidence to say for why, but there is one leading theory. And that theory is because of a very famous red Gyarados. During Gold and Silver, players encountered a red Gyarados in the Lake of Rage that they could battle and attempt to capture. It has been speculated shiny Pokemon were invented as a way to make Gyarados stand out against the blue of the lake. Due to the clash of the colours on top of the water, they made the Gyarados red, as the old pixel graphics of Gold and Silver would have made finding a blue Gyarados difficult in the lake's murky waters. And another thing that comes with shiny Pokemon is the sparkle. The sparkle effect was for people playing Gold and Silver on the original Game Boy, as the original Game Boy didn't support colour, so the sparkle was the only way to tell if a Pokemon was shiny. Regardless of their origin, shiny Pokemon were likely introduced as a way to add a bit of mystery and excitement into collecting more Pokemon. But how were the shiny colours chosen? Little is known about how shiny colorations were chosen. It's often rumoured that early shiny colorations were determined via computer, and it wasn't until Generation 6 when the colours were chosen manually. And that's when I think, in my opinion, the shiny Pokemon tend to get a lot better. We started having Pokemon like Haxorus, Greninja, that were these amazing shinies and vastly different from their original counterparts. And we moved away from that horrible green colour. Yes, I'm looking at you, Espeon. That is a horrible, horrible colour for a shiny. One Pokemon developer, James Turner, who has worked as a Pokemon designer since Generation 5, stated that the first time he even selected shiny Pokemon was in Generation 7, when he selected the shiny colorations of some Ultra Beasts he designed, Poipole and Naganadel and their shiny forms. He also worked on the Galarian Zigzagoon line, which we can all agree has a fantastic shiny as well. But, like many mechanics in the Pokemon series, shiny hunting has evolved with each new game. Whereas players once had to engage in endless random encounters to find a shiny, now they can increase their odds via various methods, such as breeding using the Masuda method, or entering a Dynamax adventure in Sword and Shield, or even eating a sandwich in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Sandwich.
The mystery of why these different coloured monsters were created will never really be answered. All we can do is live up to the famous catchphrase and catch them all. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon content. Thank you, and goodbye.